Our goal is your satisfaction. Let us show you the way.
Can you negotiate after due diligence? There are typically two major dates in home buying: the inspection period, sometimes called a due diligence period or something similar, and the closing date. Both of these can be used in negotiations. How long does it take for due diligence? Bill Snow, author of Mergers and Acquisitions for Dummies, estimates that due diligence in the M&A process should take no longer than 60 days, but can often take longer than that if the seller is slow in getting information to the buyer and/or their attorneys. The 24th of September 2019. Does appraisal happen during due diligence? There are several things that homebuyers are supposed to do during the due diligence period. You'll need to have your property appraised in order to determine its fair market value. The appraisal is what the lender uses to gauge whether the amount of money that the buyer wants to borrow is appropriate. What happens when the due diligence period ends? Once the due diligence period ends, the buyer cannot walk away for any reason or no reason. Since the earnest money deposit is at risk for the buyer, the seller can complete the repairs knowing that the buyer has more to lose if they consider terminating the transaction. What happens when due diligence expires in NC? After that expiration date, the buyer loses their ability to terminate the contract and receive a refund of the earnest money deposit, except in the case of the seller's breach, and the power of the contract shifts to the seller. What is difference between earnest money and due diligence? The due diligence fee is a negotiable, non-refundable fee a buyer may pay for the negotiated due diligence time period. Earnest money is money that the buyer gives the seller to show your good faith when making an offer to purchase the seller's property. Again, the amount of earnest money is negotiable.
Take our lead. Let's help you make your mark.